Um, Thank you so much, Jayce Neal, for being here, for asking you a few questions. You are an artist in residence at the Artery here on High Street. What does that mean that you're an artist in residence, and what's going on?
So artist in residence means that they've actually set up space for me to have a small studio for an amount of time. This time it was about a month with the ability to use this really beautiful etching press, an antique that was used by Natalie Warshauer, who is really popular in Boston for her etchings.
Is that what you create? Is your art form etching?
Not particularly etching. I mostly do something called relief block prints. Um,
Hmm.
the one behind me is my newest. It's my biggest, and it's the one I'll be printing on the press tonight and tomorrow for a demonstration during the closing reception of my showcase.
I see a book. I see a deer with maybe 7 points. Let's see. I see a skull. What does this represent?
So this is representing something that I'm working through. It's a going to be part of a triptych, which is three different block prints. And this is Memento Vivere, which means remember to live, which is
Hmm.
what that not many people think of. Most people think of Memento Mori, remember you'll die. But I found out that there was remember to live, and I think that's something that, like, I don't know, sometimes I forget. So, uh, you know, go
Yeah.
against monotony and like truly live your life the way you want to live it.
And probably to that point, when you're creating, what are you feeling? What are you thinking? Do you know what you're going to do from the beginning? Do you think you know, and then actually you go in a different direction with the colors,
Oh gosh,
the design?
it's so different for every artist. For me, and honestly, every project. For me, I'll like have a gist of like what I'm working at. But a lot of times that one I like small idea is really meant for a bigger fire. Like this guy was three different ideas all amalgamated together to like really come together as a whole. And I feel like when I'm creating, it's a lot of little pieces, and then I step back and I'm like, oh my gosh, there was a whole piece there. It wasn't just the puzzle piece.
Huh.
It's something grander. So when I'm creating, it's like I sometimes I'll be thinking of a million things. I was like thinking about bills or thinking about worries, and that's not really when you get to create, but that's when you're chewing. That's when I chew. I chew on it, and it surprises me sometimes when it comes out right.
And that includes the colors that you choose, and
Hmm.
maybe you don't like at first. So then you come up with other colors.
You
It's a
have
process,
to
no?
just throw stuff
Yeah.
on a either a wall or a canvas or you know type gibberish into the typewriter. Like sometimes you just gotta make to make.
Oh my God, those should be like words to live by on a bumper sticker. You just got to make to make. Excellent. No, seriously.
Write that down right now.
Yeah, really, because that encapsulates, just do it. That's another way of saying just do it. Just start, uh, begin it. Where can we see your work?
So you can actually see my work. It's going to be at Artery still. I'm going to be one of their new vending artists. You can also find my art up at the Majestic. They have a small gallery, and you can find me. I post on Instagram, Facebook, and I'm trying to get into TikTok, but I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's just like, okay, I finally learned how to use TikTok. Now it's nobody's really on it anymore.
Yeah.
It's just waves of we're all arriving at the same place, then we're leaving, and yeah.
It's I can't do it anymore. It's starting to feel old. I understand. And she's like, "What do you do with the card now?" And I'm like, "Mom, you just you slide it." And she's like, now I'm like, I'm supposed to
Tap
tap.
it.
Where am I supposed to tap?
Yeah, that fish thing. Yeah, no, it's very interesting. It's very interesting, and like so much that is creative. I imagine that the people behind like tap your card on a little machine or slide it. They also started with make to make. Just start it. That creative process.
Yeah, I mean, art is everywhere, and I always say that art is like one of the easiest forms of communication because it can be done through any media. I mean, even like if you're thinking about that, it's like people are communicating through trade, with those machines, right? Or like engineers, they're communicating that they care about their loved ones because they thought of a new way to uh, airbags. Like
Hmm.
with my art, I'm trying to communicate that I want to be seen, and I want others to be seen and to understand how I felt, which then helps them understand how they feel. So
Hmm.
um, I truly found my voice in art, and I always tell others to try it too. Like maybe you're not good at watercolors, but dang, you're a wicked trumpist. So, you know, like make to make.
Yeah, that's very generous. That's very generous. And yeah, you're right. There is creativity in different fields, like engineering, for instance. And sometimes it all comes from love, from just, sometimes it comes from like horrors. But when it comes from love, I want to arrive at a medicine that will help people with X
Mm,
disease. Um,
yeah.
that is, or I have a gazillion dollars and I want to figure out how to distribute it to places that need polio shots. Um,
Yeah, everything comes from love. Some of the greatest things come from love. I'll say that. Some of the greatest things come from love
yeah,
because when you have passion, that doesn't go away. Not
yeah,
really. Like
yeah.
it will stay lit in you somewhere and then you can reignite it. It's not gonna go away. We all Oh man, we all stem from love. That's beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Jace.
Yeah, you too. I hope you have a great day.